Meteorologist Mike Hoffman joining us now. Mike, looking at the root zone moisture map, we can see really kind of a defined difference in the country.
It's a case of the haves and have-nots, and I think I say this every season sometimes, where some areas get wet, some areas extremely dry. And unfortunately in nature, the dry areas tend to stay dry and the wet areas tend to stay wet. Arkansas has been that way for a while. I mean, that state has been blue on the root zone map what seems like for a year now. I'd have to go back to check for sure. This area has obviously gotten worse across the northern Mississippi Valley, northern plains. The northeast has gotten worse. The west has just pretty much stayed very, very dry. Now, there have been some areas that have improved over the past few weeks, and that's eastern New Mexico, eastern Colorado. At least those areas aren't as dry as they were. Boy, look at the dry map as we start today. Huge domes of high pressure, Great Lakes, down into Texas. Cool front barely moving in Florida. That may touch off a shower, thunderstorm here and there. There may be a lingering shower in the northeast. And eventually this front here will start to pick up some Gulf moisture and we'll begin to see a little bit of moisture with it. But as you can see later today, boy, that is an unusual June map. We just aren't seeing much moisture at all at the moment. As these high pressure systems move east, because these are big domes of cool, dry air that's overtaken the eastern part of the country, we will begin to see a return of the Gulf moisture. And you can see some of that forming along the front tomorrow afternoon with some showers and thunderstorms from the western Great Lakes all the way down into parts of Texas. And we have a system that may turn into a tropical storm. We'll have to be watching that later on this week. That will continue to move through the western Gulf toward the Gulf Coast. Precipitation estimate over the past 24 hours has mainly been the Gulf Coast and Florida, spots in the northeast, northwest. Adding in the next 36 hours, you can see some moisture and a few thunderstorms in the middle of the country, but most areas really staying dry. And the middle part of the country, at least hot for now, comfortable. Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Northeast, and the Pacific Northwest. We're going to start to cut down on this heat just a little bit. Tomorrow morning, though, still kind of sticky through the plains and still from Omaha southward in the 90s as we head through tomorrow afternoon. So there's the big ridge gets cut down as we head through the end of the week. Trough moves into the Great Lakes in the Northeast. There's Sunday. Another trough kind of tries to keep it going as we head into the early part of next week. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. We'll head to Cheyenne, Wyoming, first of all. Partly sunny with record heat, high of 94. Jonesboro, Arkansas, lots of sunshine and hot, high of 91. And Buffalo, New York, comfortable, lots of sunshine, high temperature only 69.